It's just entertainment purpose. It's not. It's just entertainment purpose. It's not.
In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose. It's not.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I know some of you all are not Melody stans, so some of you purchase a lot of her products, but were iffy about the millimeter shirts. For those of you that are pro millimeter, did you all order your shirts? I know I got my shirt. I ordered it. I got my shirt literally on Monday. Y'all let me know if y'all got y'all shirts in the comment section. And if you guys did get your shirt, if you don't mind, DM me a cute little picture of your shirt just so I can put together something in my next video. With that being said, the millimeters be showing out. They do not play. Do not play with the millimeters. That is the only thing that I take from this. I do believe Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base is a cult in general. And y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. But I think Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base is cult-like. And I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that either. But the fan base is very hit or miss. And I do think out of that Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base, you're either a millimeter or a Love and Marriage Huntsville stance, or you're a pro skies. Regardless of what category you're in, you're still a part of the cult, in my opinion. This is just how I feel. I think Love and Marriage Huntsville as a whole has a fan base that no other reality show has, and that's just my personal opinion. Y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what you think about it. However, I say that to say majority of the fan base, no matter who likes it, whether you want to admit it or not, makes up the millimeters, period. And realistically, if you ask me, I think about 65% of the fan base are millimeters. Now, this is just my opinion, but just follow me, right? So I believe 65% of the fan base are millimeters. I believe 10% are Scott's fans, and then I believe that other 25% are just pure Love and Marriage Huntsville stans. So I say all that to say the things that are being demonstrated on the Love and Marriage Huntsville platform, in my opinion, are shaking things up a lot. Mainly because nobody is actually dealing with the things that need to be dealt with that are actually serious matters that seem to be getting brushed under the rug. After Saturday night's episode, the millimeters went on a full tangent because we all know they don't play. I don't know why the on-network people and producers are even still playing with these people. And I'm not actually sure what could actually be done about this, but the millimeters have made a petition to get Carlos off the show. The petition already has 1,000+ signatures. This is actually when the petition first aired. Meanwhile, if y'all are not blocked like I am, go ahead over to Letitia's Instagram so you can see where they are with their donations. But if you don't want to, no worries. I got another video about the big titty Scots coming up soon. So just stick with me for now. The petition was made rightfully so, in my opinion. Even if you aren't a millimeter, I think a lot of people are actually tired of seeing abuse displayed on our television screen and nobody is doing anything about it, or they're being very lightweight and about it, and they're coddling the abuser while shaming the victim. And I think a lot of this has to do with a lot of these people's upbringing and how they resonate with a lot of these individuals as well. And in my opinion, it's almost as if they're trying to shame Mel, and I don't know why. It's almost like because Wanda isn't on the show, now Miss Vanessa isn't on the show. Or they're trying to basically, I guess, discipline her because of the trend. I don't know if these people are behind the scenes upset at Mel because of the millimeters and how much of a voice we have and how much pull we may possibly have. Because although people like to say we don't really have much pull, we are the viewers, right? We make up a fat majority of the viewership, in my opinion. So when a lot of the millimeters aren't watching, that's when you have ratings like 100,000 viewers. You know, that's crazy. Negative 100,000 viewers. So y'all lost 100,000 viewers literally within the week. But then again, like I said, do you think that they were sabotaging the show? Because Mel want us to watch the show. Part of me feels like Mel want us to watch the show because this might be her final round. Who knows? Let's kind of get into it. I'm going to skim a little bit through this, but the petition says Carlos King has fostered a hostile work environment on the set of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He has allowed Martell Holt to harass and terrorize his ex-wife on numerous occasions. There have been multiple times when Martell was raging uncontrollably and had to be held back by intervening cast members from physically attacking Melody, both on and off camera. Martell allegedly assaulted a female crew member, or I think they meant to say cast member, on the set of Behind Every Man in a rage over not having contact with Melody after she had left him. Also, his volatile behavior at the latest reunion allegedly included attacking Melody's makeup artist. Martell recently showed up unannounced, uninvited, and unhinged, forcing his way into a birthday party while filming. He caused a horrible scene at this event full of children, and Carlos is aware of this. An employee at the other workplace would have long since been terminated due to such behavior. People have been fired from reality shows for much less, but Martell has been given grace upon grace upon grace. Instead of holding Martell accountable, Carlos has embarked on a joint press tour with him to rehab his public image. Carlos is protecting Martell's job at the expense of the show. Carlos has also allowed members of the Scotts family to harass and bully Melody's mother, Miss Vanessa, which he did apologize for. He allowed Marceau Scott to suggest to Lewis Whitlow that his wife Tiffany should be slapped. The abusive behavior toward women on the show is very disturbing. In addition, Carlos is showing favoritism to the Scotts, allowing them to completely fake their storylines. All of this has made the show basically unwatchable, and Carlos seemingly brings this dynamic to every show under his involvement. The audience is not stupid, but we are tired. As you know, the show ratings have been very low for the current season. Many fans have simply decided to stop watching due to the toxicity that Carlos has encouraged on the show. He is obviously too closely attached to certain cast members, especially Martell. So that was what the petition read. And like I said, my opinion is it does seem like they kind of villainized Mel simply for being a victim of this abuse. Whether you want to say we don't have any information of him being physical with her, there are other forms that he's displayed on national television that we just simply can't bypass any longer. To make matters worse, OWN posted this on their community tab, and it says Saturday's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville brought the drama, tea, and everything in between. Martell revealed that Melody is preventing him from seeing the kids. Who do you think was justified in this situation? And then it has a poll, A, Martell, B, Melody. And I think that is very fraudulent and telling of the narrative that they are continuing to push. They are allowing Martell to get on this show and lie. I'm sorry. And I'm even calling him Martell. Goodness gracious. It's because I bought my millimeter shirt. And I don't know, Mel's con spirit has just washed all over me, okay? So when I saw them post this about walkie-talkie, things of that nature, I felt very saddened for Mel because this is, again, one of those things to where we continue to see people at mass rates protect the very person that needs to get held accountable. We so often in our community vilify the victims, which make them so scared to come out and just speak their truth. And realistically, when we look at all of the things that Mel has to go through and has had to go through since she has left Walkie Talkie, I could see women with a weaker mindset like Letitia saying, you know what, that looks like it's too much, it's too hurtful, it's too harmful. I can't go through that. I wouldn't know what to do. I just would rather just stay in the hardships that I have instead of choosing myself. And so that's actually, in my opinion, what it does. And if you guys watched the interview that Carlos King did with Marceau, he confirmed something that I already said on one of my lives. And I asked you guys, if Letitia reminds Carlos of his mother. Who do you think his dad remind him of? And he literally said on that live that Marceau reminds him of his dad. There's a certain level of favoritism that he has with those Scotts because of the deep-rooted traumas from his family issues. Whether y'all like it or not, I believe this is a version of trauma bonding. I talked about this in the live that I did, talking about the memes panel that I was on, and I spoke about trauma bonding. I kind of broke that down, and this is why this actually confirms that I am very articulate. I'm a smart person. My discernment and my intuition has never failed me. If you guys were on that live, I literally broke that down to the T, and he turned around and did this interview with Marceau and confirmed everything that I already knew about him. And so that's why I say I feel like he's trauma bonding, because he relates to them in that aspect. He saw his mother go through the very things Letitia went through. He saw his daddy put on and carry on and treat his mama the very way that he see Marceau treats Letitia. So he thinks that is normal. And for a woman to break from that type of suffering is literally like unfathomable to a man like him. And although he is a gay man, he still can be misogynistic and have misogynistic viewpoints. And that's just real. It's misogyny in every man, in my opinion. Now, whether that be toxic or not, that is on them. But this is just my opinion. Y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think about that. That is just my theory and my deep spiel on that, because y'all want to know like why he allows the Scotts to get away with so much, why he allowed them to keep up with this fake storyline, because he understands what Letitia goes through behind closed doors. And that's just all I'll say on that. And this is also why I feel like this is going to hurt the show. So I say all that to say walkie-talkie, things of that nature, get away with so much stuff because Carlos believed that is the normal thing for him to do. Carlos believed that women are men's property because that's how he behaves. That's what he saw demonstrated within his household growing up. That is what resonates with him the most. Women should stay in those situations. And the only people that are being difficult in his mind, in my opinion, is the woman that is willing to walk away from that type of behavior. Because like he said on that interview with Marceau, most men think like that. So that's just what it is. And I like to disagree. I think that, matter of fact, I actually do want to disagree, but I'm going to break down that Carlos King and Marceau interview on a different, I think I'm going to do that live, because I absolutely agree with what he said as far as men think like that. I think most black men think like that. And I think that is the issue within our community. Also, when Marceau said, black women don't want to be independent. I absolutely agree with that. This one woman got in my comments and tried to ridicule me because I talked about my men providing and doing everything for me. I obviously get my own bag, but I don't touch my bag, and it doesn't count within our household. So when the truth got in my comments and started spilling her insecurities, talking about, oh, please, most women that's rah like that really be the main ones that don't have that life. No, babe. No, sweetie. That's not how it works. When you hoes get in my comments, or when you hoes try to attack the younger generation, or not even the younger generation, other women in general that do things that you have never done and get better results with men than you have ever gotten by the simple fact of establishing boundaries and having value for themselves, it be you hoes that have never gotten respect or never gotten that type of love that think you can come over here and try to humble someone because you never thought you were valuable enough to be taken care of, or because you never thought you were valuable enough to have a man cater to you. Don't ever come in my comments and try to humble me, because that's not the lifestyle that you have been able to develop for yourself. And that is the only issue that I have with women. Just because you haven't been able to get my results doesn't mean my lifestyle is not top tier for me. So yeah, I just really wanted to elaborate on that, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit more because that is just what I see in Kimmy and what I see in Letitia, and that's the energy that they give Mel. Because she valued herself to step outside of that toxicity and choose herself, they kind of look at her like, what makes you think you're so great? And that's why they don't have sympathy for her, because it's like, you chose to leave, that's what you chose, so this is what comes with it. That is literally how they think, and it's so unfortunate. Like, our community is so disruptive in that way, to where they literally will hold your hand and walk you into struggle because they had to fucking struggle. So it's almost like they want to humble you, because how dare you live in a lifestyle in which I could never choose for myself. So moving on, Mel also stated on Twitter that they cut her mom's scenes out. So part of me feels like something is going on behind the scenes that we just don't really know. And we kind of have to just watch this show to kind of see it all unravel. And part of me feels like she may actually leave this show, y'all. That's just my thoughts, because she also made a post on her story. And we're going to talk about that in my next video. So y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you can be updated each and every time that I upload. And you can be updated with all of the latest Love and Marriage Huntsville drama.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment purpose only. It's not. It's entertainment purpose only. It's not.
In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose only. It's not.